My parents came over in the late 50s, and my mother, who was from Yorkshire, England, my dad from Portlaoise, Ireland, and they stayed for a couple of years, and then my mom missed home, so she went back. My dad then had to get new jobs back in Yorkshire, England, and they had me in 1962. And when I was a year and a half old, we were headed back here on the Queen Mary ocean liner because my mother was bored with the two television stations in England and wanted to get back to America. And they went straight, they have relatives in New York, but we came straight to Chicago. My mother's the baby of like 7 kids that were all born in Clonmel, Ireland, except for her. She was born in Yorkshire. And her father, Jim Wall, was like old IRA, like serious Irish from Clonmel. But she never had any Irish dancing in her family. But my father took Irish dancing as every Irish kid would have to in school. But his sister, my Aunt Myra, was the All-Ireland champion early on. She spent most of her life in London. And she came to Ireland for the World Championships when I was 10, the only time I competed there. So there were these huge expectations with my aunt being the All-Ireland champion. And I was sure, she was sure, we were all sure I was going to place high. And I never even got on the board in the top 50 kids. Growing up in Chicago, I thought everybody was an altar boy and Catholic and took Irish step dancing. It was like every block had a bar and like Mrs. Murphy's Irish Dance School. I ended up in a gaggle of kids in the 70s that were the first ones to go over to Ireland to try to win competitions, So as I, said, I didn't fare very well. My parents never had the money to send me back, we kept this kind of chip on our shoulder about Americans not getting a fair shake in the early years. There was a lot of politics. And so I was really nice to be put in a position when I was in my 20s to change that.